Will tonight's presidential debate be a repeat of 2020? Here's what Chris Wallace said. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are set to debate for the first time in the 2024 election cycle Thursday night, and the person who conducted the pair's unruly first debate in 2020 provided an insight to how this round might be different. CNN personality Chris Wallace suggested on The Source with Caitlin Collins that Trump may change tactics in the first debate of the 2024 presidential election. "I've talked to a lot of people in the top echelons of his staff. They say he finally understands how badly he did in the 2020 debate," Wallace said. "The two words that are coming out, you don't usually hear from the Trump camp, are nice and respectful." Wallace moderated the first debate in 2020 when he was an anchor at Fox News. That debate provided multiple campaign-changing moments. Presidential debate live updates. Trump and Biden in Atlanta for 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time debate. Prep for the polls. See who is running for president and compare where they stand on key issues in our voter guide. During a lengthy discussion on healthcare, Biden shook his head and said, "Will you shut up, man?" adding, "This is so unpresidential." Trump also accused Biden of being socialist, and Biden shot back with, "I am the Democratic Party right now." Context. Moderator Chris Wallace of Fox News asked Trump directly to condemn white supremacists, and Biden offered the Proud Boys, labeled a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center, as an example of one. "Proud Boys, stand back and stand by," Trump responded. "But I'll tell you what, somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem." "Proud Boys, stand back and stand by," Trump responded. "But I'll tell you what, somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem." Peaking at a Democratic watch party shortly after leaving the debate venue, President Joe Biden homed in on falsehoods he claims former President Donald Trump parroted, while the two faced off for more than 90 minutes. "Looks, folks, what's gonna happen over the next couple of days? They're gonna be out here fact-checking all of the things he said," Biden said, his voice sounding more clear than it had on the debate stage in Atlanta. "I can't think of one thing he said that was true," Biden added. He told the crowd, "Look, we're gonna beat this guy. We need to beat this guy." They responded with chants of, "We need you." Biden has been battling a cold in recent days. Sources familiar with his debate preparations say his voice sounded hoarse and raspy during the debate, even more so than usual. Former President Donald Trump brought up an anti-Joe Biden lie about Ukraine that has been a mainstay of both the 2020 and 2024 presidential cycles, as well as Trump's 2019 impeachment. Trump slammed Biden for supposedly telling the Ukrainian people to change the prosecutor, "Otherwise, you're not getting $1 billion, referring to efforts by Biden, as vice president, to remove Ukraine's top prosecutor in 2016. Trump also claimed the Ukrainian prosecutor's ouster was related to Biden's son, referencing Hunter Biden, who at the time was on the board for a prominent Ukrainian energy company. "If I ever said that, that's quid pro quo," Trump quipped. Since 2019, Trump and his Republican allies have falsely accused Biden of abusing his powers as vice president to get a top Ukrainian prosecutor fired, supposedly because the prosecutor's probe into the Ukrainian energy giant Burisma Holdings threatened Hunter Biden. This claim was never true and has been repeatedly debunked. Nonetheless, it is one of the most cited talking points used by Republicans against Joe Biden during any discussion about his ties to Ukraine. In reality, Biden's actions toward the prosecutor were consistent with bipartisan U.S. policy and was in lockstep with what America's European allies were pushing for at the time. They sought to remove the prosecutor because he wasn't doing enough to crack down on corruption in Ukraine, including at Burisma.